Hey guys, it's me again. I am on week 36. I actually had to take a bit of a break because week 35 was a little bit hard, and then I had the steroid injections that I was talking about in my last video. So, that actually made me extremely exhausted. So, just to pick up where I left off, if you watched my 34 week video, matter of fact, I think I was heading into week 35. I was in preterm labor, so they had to give me medication called Precardia. It's called 9-defamine. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that, but that is what it is as far as the generic version. So I had to start taking that medication in order to slow down my contractions, because 34 weeks is pretty early. 40 weeks is full term. Well, they consider 37 weeks full term now. So there's that. And from what I was talking about last time, so my contraction started on Friday, and Saturday is when they put me on Precardia to slow it down, and then Monday and Tuesday I had to get steroid shots, so one in both butt cheeks. And let me tell you, the shit hurts. It freaking hurts. That injection is thick, so if you ever had to get an antibiotic shot, it's probably half as thick as that, and it hurts. So you will have like a tiny little bruise on your butt, because they need like some meat to put it in. It's not fun, and I had to do it twice, so Monday and Tuesday. Yeah. Actually, Tuesday, when I got my second steroid shot, they stopped my Precardia. They're just like, okay, great, so he has steroids to build his lungs, so he's good to go to come. So they stopped me from taking the medication. And oddly enough, one, I got super exhausted, so I was sleeping for most of the day, because for some reason I was just super tired. And then my contractions actually just stopped. So I'm 36 weeks now. I didn't make a video last week because I've been super tired, and I'm just kind of trying to get through pregnancy, because I really was expecting him to come. They actually said that in 47 days he would come, because I was a centimeter dilated and 80% effaced. So dilation is like this, so it's it starts in the middle and then it starts to open. And then effacement is your uterine wall, which is like this, thinning out. So it thins out and then dilates. So it's like a little flower, thinning and opening. That's how that works. So I actually have a dilation wheel on my Instagram page, so if you want to look at that and kind of get an idea of what it looks like, feel free to do so. There are some really cool videos out about dilation and effacement. One dude is a cartoonist, and he draws it out. It's really cool. But check those out whenever you have a time, so that you can get better acquainted with the idea. Anyways, though, so 36 weeks, pretty much the same thing. Tired, hungry, your hunger comes back. So I don't know if everyone's first trimester was like mine, but I was tired all the time and hungry all the time. All I wanted was food and sleep. And third trimester is pretty much like that. Okay, so here's my belly. So if you can see, my stretch marks came in. There they are. There they are. So this is my belly. As you can see, it's dropped because my belly button was up here. Now it's down here. So that's my little baby. He's ready to go, ready to come. So by now you're probably going to weekly visits with your doctor. The pelvic exam, for me, it doesn't hurt, because one is just like getting a pap smear. And if you're used to getting pap smears, they don't stick the thing in you, they just check to see how far your cervix is and how thin it is. So it's not really painful, at least to me. Some people are a lot more sensitive than I am. Yeah, it's true, because I actually had a tumor before in my ovary, so I've had major surgery. That's why I'm so adamant about having a natural birth, because I don't want to go back through surgery again. It's a very tough process. It's painful. I know some women think, oh, okay, let me get a C-section, you know, let me get it induced and stuff, but honestly it's not worth it. You're better off just going natural, because you don't know how you're going to heal, and it took me approximately 5 years to heal from that surgery. So, and that's removing a tumor, not a baby. Two different things. A baby is way bigger. My tumor is like this big. Baby is like this big. So if you can consider the size difference, you know, think about that. What else am I missing? Oh yeah, so you get your strep B test too as well. They just swipe your cooter with the little Q-tip, send it off to a lab, test you for the bacteria. The bacteria isn't anything serious. The only difference is when you go into labor, if you have the strep B virus or bacteria, I'm sorry, then they just give you antibiotics so that the baby doesn't get it, because you know it can cause issues like jaundice. Jaundice is the yellowing of the skin and the eyes, so you know you don't want baby to be sick, so you got to take the test. Now it's just pretty much a waiting game, and I'm pretty sure for any mom, you know, between the practice contractions, the hunger, the emotional craziness, we're pretty tired. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'll be 37 weeks in a few days, so I'm pretty much ready for him to go ahead and pop out. And like at this point, anything feels like you're gonna be in labor, like you get contractions, you're like, oh shit, labor's gonna start. Or you know, you have diarrhea, which it happens, and sadly enough, like some people say that that's a sign of labor nearing. Yeah, it is a sign, but that's like, that could be anywhere from hours, days to weeks. I know, because I get it. So, you know, as far as the baby dropping, my baby's been dropping since 30 weeks. As far as, there's a lot of stuff actually on those lists about labor nearing. And I can tell you this, it's not going to happen until the baby's ready. Because me, I'm like, oh my gosh, so I have this, and this. Is labor coming? No. I mean, I did go into early labor, but my biggest goal and concern was my son staying in. So I wasn't about to have him come out and then him have some issues. So it's always better to just wait. It sucks, believe me, I'm right there with you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Between the waddling, the cravings, like I crave milkshakes all day, and like my hormones are so bad that I actually will get so upset if I don't get a milkshake. So I gotta get up, go and get a milkshake. I'll waddle, I don't care for a milkshake. But that's where we all are. So 36 weeks, I'll be 37 in a few days. Pretty sure whoever else is going through this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is a time where you rest, though, because from what I've heard, once the baby comes, goodbye sleep, goodbye rest, goodbye being able to do anything, which I'm ready for. To be honest, I don't do anything anyways besides work. So, yeah, it is what it is. But if you have any questions, comments, you know, write down below, send me a message, whatever you want to do, talk about. If you're experiencing preterm labor, you know, go to the freaking hospital, go to the doctor, call your OB. You know, don't do like some of the women in my Facebook groups and ask other women. Like, if it's something serious, you're contracting or whatever, we're not medical professionals. We can't give you advice. You know, we can tell you, like, if we're going through similar things or something, but most of the time, everyone says the same thing. You need to go to the ER. You need to call your doctor. Because, you know, talking about pregnancy symptoms and going through them, two different things. So, you know, if you have questions about how I knew I was in preterm labor, or, you know, what I was doing, how did the medication affect me, then feel free to ask. I don't mind answering those questions. I also have been drinking the red raspberry tea leaf, not for induction, because that's not how that works. Because my mom actually suggested it, and she told me about it, and I read it, and then people were using it to induce themselves, and that's not how that works. It just strengthens your cervix, or your muscle. So it strengthens it so that whenever you're having the contractions, they're more effective. So your labor is shortened, not to induce you. So your labor will be shortened. Now, again, ask your doctor if you can start taking this stuff. Don't just go fly off the deep end and say, hey, I'm going to go drink some tea because I saw this video. No, I drink it because I asked, and also because, to be honest, I'm not trying to be in labor for 48 hours, and my son has a big head, big head, you know, so that's why I started drinking the tea. Figured if I'm going to push him on out, I might as well strengthen my uterus. So make sure to do that. Another thing you can do while most of you are on bed rest, or, yeah, because let me tell you, it sucks. I was thinking I could work until I deliver. No. No, that's not how that works. I'm in too much pain and I'm too tired for it. And, like, honestly, I'm really hormonal, so chances of me getting mad at someone for nothing is very high. So, you know, focus on other things you can do. One thing that I started was my baby album. So I got this from Amazon. It was $12 because I got this, and I'm getting a scrapbook, but I'm waiting for the scrapbook. So I plan to have his little feet pictures here, and then, like, this is what it looks like. So these are his ultrasounds in the beginning, and then they have like a little area you can write notes in. So I'm writing dates, times, stuff like that. I'm also printing out pictures of what I was doing while I was pregnant, because I want my son to see, like, your mom was still having fun. I went to Hot Air and Balloon Festival. I went to movies by myself. So, you know, do that. Takes your mind off of everything. Set up your nursery. Reorganize your crap. I re-cleaned everything. So, you know, it's the waiting game now. But anyways, so, you know, I will post 37 weeks if I last that long. Honestly, they told me 4 to 7 days, like 12 days ago. It didn't happen, so we're all waiting. So yeah. Alright, you guys have a great day. Thanks for listening as always, and I'm always here to help if you have any questions.